Skip your architecture reviews for speed, and the collapse is already guaranteed. January 1919, Boston. A massive industrial steel tank is about to violently rupture under pressure. But the real failure didn't happen on the day of the disaster. It happened earlier. In 1915, this company needed to capitalize on massive wartime demand immediately, without any delay. Speed to market was the only metric. Standard structural engineering oversight was completely bypassed for pure profit. I know this trap. In my first startup, we skipped architecture reviews to launch faster. We thought we were being agile. We were actually building a highly fragile digital bomb. Here, on the waterfront, they built a 50-foot tall steel storage vessel in absolute record time. The system was compromised from day one. The steel plates used were drastically too thin. Under the immense pressure of the heavy payload, the metal groaned. It was actively weeping. The workers saw it. The residents saw it. The structural fatigue was highly visible daily. So how did the project managers respond to a failing physical system? They ordered paint. Instead of investing in thicker steel reinforcement, they found a cheap, purely cosmetic visual workaround. They ordered the massive tank to be painted brown to camouflage the leaking dark molasses. If you cannot see the warning signs, they effectively do not exist in reality, right? This is the exact physical artifact of a catastrophic management failure. A simple supply order. A bucket of brown paint used to silence the groaning, undeniable reality of physical pressure. They normalized deviance, a cognitive trap where daily failure becomes the accepted, normal operating baseline. When a massive system leaks every day, the leak is no longer considered an emergency. You stop reacting completely because the system hasn't collapsed yet. Remember that key word, yet. This cognitive bias overrides basic self-preservation and destroys objective, rational engineering logic from the inside. Then, environmental stress increased. A sudden, sharp temperature shift in the freezing Boston winter air. The system could no longer gracefully degrade. It finally reached its absolute maximum breaking point. The rupture was catastrophic. A massive wave of destruction leveled this entire industrial harbor area. It was not an unpredictable anomaly or a sudden, unforeseeable external shock event from nowhere. It was the mathematical certainty of accumulated technical debt finally calling in its heavy principle. The brown paint could not hold the steel together. The illusion of stability violently shattered. You look at this historical disaster and think they were foolish. But we do this. We do exactly this today. The brown paint strategy is silently destroying modern tech startups. It is quietly fracturing our software architecture and breaking AI infrastructure pipelines right now, today. Engineering teams are constantly pressured by hyper-growth mandates and impossible release deadlines from their boards. To maintain the false illusion of feature velocity, we continuously mask deep structural code flaws. We paint the tank brown every single day in our development sprints. How exactly, though? By silencing critical Datadog alerts simply because they are too noisy for us to debug. By suppressing non-fatal error logs instead of tracing the actual root cause memory leak down. By building fragile API bridges between disconnected microservices that were never designed to work together. I lost millions in my second company because we casually accepted high data hallucination rates. We patched the AI output instead of fundamentally rebuilding the core training data pipeline architecture. We were applying digital brown paint to a complex system that was failing under load. Technical debt and systemic strain do not scale linearly. That is the great architectural lie. They compound exponentially. Two small structural compromises multiply together to create massive, critical system fragility. When your environmental stress rapidly increases, like a sudden massive daily spike in external API calls, or a viral user acquisition event, the system completely bypasses graceful degradation and ruptures catastrophically. Your servers crash, your data corrupts, your entire platform goes totally dark during peak demand, and your engineers scramble to fix a foundation that was rotten from the very start. You cannot outscale bad architecture. Adding raw compute power to a broken system accelerates failure. It is exactly like pumping more fluid into a tank that is weeping at seams. The pressure increases, but containment strength remains compromised. Rupture is simply awaiting its final scheduling. As founders, you must clearly differentiate between simple cosmetic bugs and terminal, deep structural fatigue. A UI glitch is a scratch on paint. A database deadlock is a failing rivet. You must institute rigid, stop-the-line protocols. When the foundation groans, all feature development must halt. You stop the line. You inspect the steel. You reinforce the core systemic backend architecture. Do not let the normalization of deviance infect your engineering culture. call it out immediately. When your dashboard flashes red, do not adjust the warning threshold to make it green. Confront the brutal reality of your technical debt before it becomes an entirely unmanageable crisis. Look at the artifacts around you. Are you building robust systems or just painting flaws? Every hard-coded patch is a layer of paint. Every ignored warning is a weakened plate. In the short term, the paint looks good. Velocity seems incredibly high to the investors. But physics and mathematics are undefeated. They do not care about your quarterly release schedule. Eventually, the load will exceed structural integrity. The system will aggressively demand its structural payment. You will pay with downtime, lost revenue, and burned-out engineering teams surviving the digital wreckage. The historical disaster wasn't an accident. It was an engineered outcome of prioritized absolute speed. Your current software crashes aren't accidents either. They are the exact fragile systems you chose. We build our own disasters, one bypass security audit, and ignored pull request away today. It requires immense discipline to stop a moving train, to tell stakeholders to rebuild foundations. But that is the only way to survive hypergrowth. You must actually earn the scale. Scaling a fundamentally broken system means you fail faster with a much larger blast radius. I learned this the hard way. The market does not forgive fundamental architectural negligence forever. The brown paint will inevitably peel. The underlying rust will be exposed to the light. What is the brown paint in your current project? What are you choosing to ignore? Find it today. Strip it back. Look at the bare metal of your operational logic. If it is failing, admit it. Vulnerability in architecture is the first step to resilience. Replace the steel. Rewrite the core service. Do the unglamorous work of true structural engineering. Because when pressure spikes, you want a system that holds, not one that shatters violently. The normalization of deviance ends when one leader stops accepting daily failure as completely normal. Be that leader. Look past cosmetic metrics and demand verifiable, absolute systemic integrity, always, unconditionally. History is full of warnings painted over by ambitious people who thought they were exceptions. You are not the exception. The laws of system dynamics apply to your code perfectly. Stop painting the tank. Start reinforcing the steel. Build something that actually withstands the future, because the pressure is only going to increase from here. Are your systems truly ready? Decode the architecture of your own failures. Engineer a reality that simply refuses to break.